Hi everyone. Are you a mom who's ready to shift your enabling behavior to empowering behavior to your adult child? So I think we all could raise our hand to that. And so today that's what we're going to be talking about. For those of you that are new here to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris and I am a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years. And while her life spiraled, so did mine. And I promise you it does not have to be that way. And so let's dive into this subject. So, when you think about enabling on one side and empowering on the other, and if we had to choose what kind of behavior we wanted to have towards our adult son or daughter, I think we would all choose empowerment, right? But sometimes we don't start out there. Sometimes we have to go through the mud a little bit and learn from mistakes that were made in enabling to be able to realize how important and just kind of shift and change that whole dynamic. Which is a super important shift to make. So I have some practical tips here for how to do that. And enabling is one of those things that I believe every single mom does. Maybe it's something really small, or maybe it's a whole bunch of big things. But every mom in America and around the world, we all enable, right? We don't mean to. But it's a learned behavior. So once we start doing it, we get the gratification of our child is happy about this, right? Maybe the relationship is going smoother because I'm doing XYZ or I'm providing XYZ to them and the relationship is smoother, which is why we continue. So practical tips here for that. Number one is really your boundaries. You have to set clear boundaries, like no room for error. Right? No, just make sure it's so clear that they completely understand, answer their questions. If you have a good enough relationship with them where you can do a little give and take and be flexible a little bit with certain things, I just think it's really important if you're able to do that, to do so, because it empowers them to be able to have a say. Doesn't mean you back down on the items that are super duper important to you. But they need to understand what behavior is acceptable, what you're going to tolerate, and what you're not going to tolerate. So the next one is to focus on your own growth. You are going to lead this. You're going to lead. They're going to learn from your lead. Now, whether they're seeing you every day or not, it doesn't matter. They're going to see the end result. At some point in this journey, they're going to see the end result. And I believe that it empowers them to see a mom who is focusing on her own growth and, just development in whatever areas of your own life that you want to focus on, your health, all of these things. And one caveat to that is they will probably call you selfish, and that's okay. Because at this point in your life, you need to take care of yourself if you haven't been already. And to a certain degree, you all need to do more of that, just like I did. I thought I was taking care of myself, but I wasn't, not at all. So figure out what those passions are, what those goals are, and that's what you get to bring to the table, and just lead by example. It's huge. The next one is using positive reinforcement. So if they're doing something, whether it's, positive behavior, maybe they stop doing something that you had said, I'm not tolerating this anymore. Give them a kudos for that. Tell them thank you. Or maybe they cleaned up the dishes in the house, or whatever it is that you had requested. They kept their room picked up, or, fed the dog, or whatever it is. Positive reinforcement, empowerment is we all need that in our life. And, it's not going to just come from you, but it's important that it does come from you. Like, they're going to get it from other people and other relationships, but coming from your parent, it is so important. So that is that. So the focusing on your own growth, positive reinforcement, and then practice active listening. This is so huge. I mean, this goes with every relationship in life. Let's be honest, even marriages, spouses do this all the time. I mean, not that we're all perfect at it, but practicing active listening. If you are on your phone or, cooking dinner and completely have your back turned to them or whatnot, that's not active listening, right? You want to be able to make eye contact with them, give them your full attention if they're trying to tell you something. So then they feel heard. And the same goes for you, right? This isn't just about them, but the same goes for you. But it starts with you. And active listening is so crucial because otherwise a person doesn't feel like they matter enough to have your attention for 5-10 minutes, right? And if it's a really bad time, if you're in a rush and you have to leave the house or whatever it is, don't be afraid to say, I love you. I want to hear what you have to say, but this is super. I have to leave right now because I have to go do XYZ. But can we come back to this? Can I come back, when I get home in an hour or two, whatever. So just so you are playing an active part in the communication and especially, like I said, the active listening. Listening is one of the most important parts of communication. I know you know that. But many times the listening aspect is what most of us are not really good at. Most of us are really good at talking. And too many times, as you know, a lot of times we think about the answer when someone's talking that we're not even really giving them our full attention. And then the answer comes out of our mouth as soon as their mouth stops, right? And so that is not what our kids are looking from us. And obviously that's not what you're looking at from them. So you setting the stage here, empowering them, showing them, you taking the lead, so important. So I hope that helps you today. If you and I have never chatted before, there's a link to the discovery call below. That's a 30-minute consultation for moms who are ready to do the work, ready to dive in, whether it be possibly a group coaching, one-on-one, just ready to make change. You have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. This whole situation in life, what we're going through this season, this again is a season. And it's so important that you have a community around you. We're not meant to do life alone, especially at times like this. So if you're interested in more information, we can talk about options, etc. When I know more about your situation, I can give you the best recommendations. So hope that helps. See you next time.